What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about a Valentine's Day massacre for American penny stocks as the Asian scams continue to run wild. One in particular, David, Tom, Sam, last trade $15. So the obvious question of this day is, would I sell it all right now? And if I was to play this immoral game, how should it be done? All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Valentine's Day. If you woke up or you're about to go to bed to the sounds of Barry White, Luther, or Marvin Gaye, you're doing better than I am. I know some of our dear friends inside of the Discord, they've got families, they've got sick children, they've got wives or husbands that are traveling on business, but we all know there's going to be some boots a knocking and beds a rocking tonight. But it's not happening here. However, in the next 2 weeks or thereabouts, I'm going on vacation. And if you're inside of the Discord, I'm taking you with me. So if you have a small business and you want to be a part of the insane success that's about to come over the next 10 years, go to shopsmallbiz.com and get a premium right now. We only have 22 left available. And if you're a regular, ordinary guy or gal that works for corporate America, get a Discord. We have 131 left. Because when we're sold out, we're sold out. Once again, it's shopsmallbiz.com. And yes, it is the same exact website as trysmallbiz.com. More on that when I get back from vacation. But David, Tom, Sam. Again, last trade 15 a quarter. It's about quarter to noon outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Sell it all. Just like I said, BGLC yesterday in the video. If you didn't watch it, do so. 3 1/4, sell it all. Last trade $1.08. Somebody's holding a 70% down bag. Somebody got whacked, annihilated, cremated, crushed. And the same thing is going to happen with this DTSS and HOLO and everything else for the most part that they have pumped and they're about to dump over the course of the next 30 days. But you might be sitting there like a lot of folks inside of the Discord wondering, why would I continue to hang on to these American penny stocks that are flat down 10 or 15%, right? We haven't taken a profit inside of our Discord in 13 days, right? Where the hell's the profits? We got nothing but slow bleed going on here with low volume, Jason. I'm watching these stocks go up 5, 10, 15, 20x. So if I was a corrupt, immoral SOB and I cared nothing about fentanyl pouring across our southern border or the farmland that this certain regime is stealing or the IP that they're knocking off in an effort to bankrupt or at least demoralize and destroy this country, I might go all in and play this game. But I'm going to pretend for the second half of this video that I am like most of you, not inside of the Discord. We have salt of the earth folks that have some sort of ethics. But many of you that are watching, you don't give a shit. It's all about making money. Who cares? I don't care if it's from Japan, Thailand, Brazil, Rio. Don't we have a field trip that we have to go in Rio? If he wasn't such a dirty SOB, he might actually get some views and sell out that Discord. We're going to sell it out. Whether it's a month, 6 months, a year, it's going to be sold out. Then we're going to get together. And American Express that owns ShopSmall.com is going to sponsor the whores, divorce, and the cocktails. And yes, on the left-hand side, I'm going to have whore with some dancing girl, divorce. That's the apps. The banner, if you're watching Amex. And then on the right-hand side in the ballroom, it's going to have cock, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a dildo because it is Vegas or some form of a rooster, tails. Yes, I said that. Watch it one more time. I might be cutting down on the swearing and no more F Joe Biden or F Taylor Swift on Twitter, and that's true. But I'm never going to lose my sense of humor. So if you didn't get a laugh out of that, you're in the wrong place. But not only do we have to stay the course and endure what happens twice a year, usually in the spring and early fall, when penny stocks, particularly here in the States, which is exclusively for the most part that I trade, they draw down. They come down on 10, 15, maybe 20% of average daily volume. But right now, as Bitcoin is up and through 51,000, didn't I say to buy it at 18 and again at 20 and again at 30? Oh, you got us out of Wolf at 185. It went to 248 today. It's true. I left 25% on the table. And whatever I bought is probably flat, that too, flat to down 10, 15%. So you got me there. But let's see if you get me in the next 30, 60, 90 days or over the next 10 years, where those that are in the Discord, 500 strong max, are going to make an absolute bloody fortune. But if I was to play this game, last trade on DTSS, 14 and a quarter and going much lower, how would I do it? Well, let's start off by explaining exactly what's happening here. I have analyzed HOLO, BGLC, DTSS, and a handful of other stocks that have gone epic in terms of the last, let's call it 2 weeks. 5X, 10X, in some cases 20 or 30X. What almost is always the case, it's a $10 SPAC, in most cases a bullshit, fictitious smoke and mirrors company. You might know a scooter company that starts with the letter M, currently trades on the pink sheets at 2 cents a share. That was a SPAC. Reverse split adjusted, worth less than 1/4 of 1 cent. But a lot of these come public at $10. Then they get ground to a pulp through massive dilution, naked short selling, in most cases all the way down and under a dime. They then do a reverse split. Sometimes it's only 1 for 15, as was the case with DTSS. In other cases, it's 1 for 50. And then within 2 days to no more than 2 weeks, somebody takes a position at the close the day before. So, DTSS. If you were to look at the stock yesterday, the average daily volume was 65,000 shares. But in the last 15 or 20 minutes, somebody bought about 2.2 million shares, let's call it $3 million, into the close. Didn't even move the stock more than a couple of percent. So whether they swapped it, whether they got it short from somebody, who knows, who cares? But your telltale is the volume. So if you're playing this game, you're looking for stocks that trade in that part of the world that have recently or are about to do a major reverse split. And you sit there accumulating small, not what I would do, but if you had no fucking morals, this is what I would do. You accumulate small and then you look for that volume, that 5 and 10X jump right before the close. Chances are the next day, i.e. the next morning, here come the bots. So somebody bought $3 million worth of DTSS, let's call it at $1.50 after the reverse split, which I think was about 2 weeks ago. In and around 4:05 in the morning, here comes the bots that they own in the dark pools, the institutions, in some cases retail, Wall Street bets. But I'm betting that this is largely very sneaky, clever, very well-funded institutions and dark pools that have access to very what you might call high-end bots, algorithms, computers. In their mind, they're thinking, okay, we took a $3 million position in DTSS. We're going to send our bots into the market between 10 and 15 the following morning. We're willing to risk $3 million or about 10% of our investment to play the game to help support the bid until what? The dumb retail wakes up. The W stock, the commie site that some of you are using, they're stealing your info, by the way. They're in there trading alongside the bots. 10, 12, 13, 15. They're willing, in my opinion, whoever bought the stock the day before at the close, they're willing to risk $3, $4, $5 million, 10 or 15% of what they stand to make based on where they open in the pre-market the next day to support or hold the stock up until the dumb fucking retail comes roaring in, especially at 7 o'clock. This stock in particular opened, I believe, at 10 and a half at 9:30, shot to as high as 20. I guarantee the same outfit that bought the stock at the close yesterday was selling in the pre-market and definitely at $15, $20 last trade. 13 and a half and going lower all the way down. I would estimate by almost noon here in the East Coast time that they're probably out of the entire position. So minus, let's say, $5 million that it took to support this fucking smoke and mirrors fiasco. Same thing with HOLU and BGLZ. See that I said get out at 3 and a quarter, last trade 110. They made about $23 to $25 million. And they're so well funded and capitalized that they already know where the next victim is. I'm not going to mention the symbol, but they got a stock out of Japan. Absolutely nothing going on with that company either. They headed up 3 or 4x in the pre-market on no news. So they know the illiquid trades 50 to 100,000 a day, tiny floats, usually after a reverse split from 2 days to no more than 2 weeks ago. They plow in at the close the prior day. They send in the bots at 4 a.m. the next morning. They're willing to risk. And by the way, they're also passing stock back and forth between dark pools and bots. Bot A is buying from bot B. Bot B is selling it back to bot A. You think 5 million shares, 2 million shares, 500,000 shares really traded. It was nothing more than a swap. But again, as I said a million times, there's a lot of dumb retail out there. What fucking clown would look at a stock that closed at $1 and be willing to pay 15 or 20 for it at the open? An idiot! A fucking idiot that's about to lose, as was the case with BGLC, 70, 80, 90% of their money. Because I guarantee the same thing that ground these stocks to a pulp from 10 to a nickel, did a reverse split. There's going to be more dilution. There's going to be more massive below market offerings. And the stock is eventually, within a month or so, going to lose 70 or 80%, if not more, of the pump and subsequent dump. And until next time, if you want to play that game, it's not going to be on my watch. Always remember that I love you, and thanks for watching. Is he going to Brazil?